If appetite is controlled by hormones, why are we only treating it with injections? GLP-1 medications like semaglutide have changed the conversation around weight and blood sugar. And for many people, they are incredibly effective. But here's something most people don't realize. Your body already produces GLP-1 every single day. The question is, can you increase it naturally? The honest answer is yes. But not in the same way as a medication. You won't replicate the strength of an injection. But you can meaningfully improve your appetite control, your energy, and your metabolic health. And when you combine multiple strategies, the effect becomes powerful. Let's walk through how to do that. GLP-1 is a hormone made in your gut, specifically in specialized cells called L cells, mostly found in the lower part of your intestine. When you eat, these cells release GLP-1 into your bloodstream, and it does several important things. It helps your body release insulin so you can manage blood sugar more effectively. It slows down how quickly food leaves your stomach so you stay full for longer. And it sends signals to your brain to reduce hunger and cravings. In simple terms, GLP-1 is one of your body's built-in appetite regulators. So the goal is not to override your biology, but to work with it. Let's start with the most powerful dietary lever. Protein. Protein is one of the strongest natural triggers for GLP-1 release. And unlike highly processed foods, it creates a more sustained feeling of fullness. A simple target is around 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. That could look like a portion of chicken or fish, 3 to 4 eggs, Greek yogurt, or a plant-based combination like tofu and legumes. Both animal and plant proteins work. What matters most is consistency. Here's a simple but powerful strategy. When you sit down to eat, start with your protein, then your vegetables, and leave your carbohydrates for last. This small shift alone can significantly increase your GLP-1 response. If protein is the trigger, fibre is the amplifier. Fibre works in two main ways. First, it slows digestion. This allows nutrients to reach the lower intestine more gradually, where your GLP-1 producing cells are located. Second, fibre feeds your gut bacteria. And this is where it gets really interesting. Your gut bacteria ferment fibre into compounds called short-chain fatty acids. These compounds directly stimulate GLP-1 release. So in a very real sense, your gut becomes a GLP-1 production system. Good sources include oats, lentils and beans, chia seeds and flax seeds, asparagus, onions and garlic, and berries. The key is variety. This isn't about adding one supplement, it's about building a diverse, fiber-rich diet. Now let's talk about healthy fats. Your gut cells have specific receptors that respond to certain types of fat. When you eat unsaturated fats, they directly stimulate GLP-1 release. Foods like extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish like salmon. These fats also slow digestion, which helps extend that feeling of fullness. And importantly, the type of fat matters. Meals rich in olive oil have been shown to produce a stronger GLP-1 response than meals rich in butter. So quality matters here. We've already touched on the gut, but fermented foods deserve their own focus. Foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut help increase the diversity of your gut microbiome. A healthier microbiome is more effective at producing those beneficial compounds that stimulate GLP-1. There's also emerging research on bitter foods. Your gut contains taste receptors, and bitter compounds can activate them. Foods like dark chocolate, green tea, and berries all appear to play a role. Now let's shift from what you eat to how you eat. Timing and behavior matter. Your body responds differently at different times of day. GLP-1 response is stronger in the morning compared to later in the evening. So eating earlier in the day can be beneficial. Eating slowly also matters. When you slow down, chew properly, and give your body time to respond, your satiety signals become stronger. And again, starting with protein and fat first amplifies this effect. Movement is another powerful tool. Both aerobic exercise and resistance training increase GLP-1 levels. Even a simple walk can have a meaningful effect. Exercise also improves how your body responds to GLP-1. So it's not just about producing more, it's about becoming more sensitive to it. A good starting point is regular walking and some form of strength training a few times per week. Sleep is often overlooked, but it's essential. When you're sleep deprived, GLP-1 levels drop, and your hunger signals become dysregulated. This is why poor sleep often leads to increased cravings and overeating. Aim for 7 to 9 hours per night. And try to keep your sleep and wake times consistent. Stress is the final piece. Chronic stress increases cortisol, which interferes with your metabolic signals, including those related to appetite. You don't need a perfect routine, but regular habits like walking, time outdoors, or even a few minutes of stillness can make a meaningful difference over time. So when you put it all together, you don't need a single perfect solution. You need a combination of small, consistent actions. Prioritize protein. Eat more fibre. Choose healthy fats. Support your gut. Move your body. Sleep well. And manage stress. No single strategy will match a medication, but together, they can significantly improve how your body regulates hunger. And that's where real, sustainable change begins. Work with your biology, not against it.